So I know it's been a minute, but I have this commenter ask me my thoughts on what if Fives had been successful in letting General Skywalker know about the inhibitor chips inside each of the clones' heads. Now, I would be lying to you if I said this wasn't something that kept me up very often late at night. The truth of the matter is, I think Fives was right on the money of who to go to in talking to General Skywalker. If you talk to anyone else, as much as I love Kenobi, he probably wouldn't have done anything like Skywalker would have. Now, I'm going to change up the question here just a little bit and say, what if Commander Fox had not been the one there? Everyone else had their blasters set to stun because that's what the orders were. Fox was the only one that was shooting live rounds. So let's just say Fives gets stunned by one of the other Senate guards. Shock troopers, whatever you want to call them. Technically, they were Senate Guard troopers. It depends on... anyway, whatever. You know what I mean. Now, the big thing is that I think Fives would have been taken into custody, but knowing General Skywalker, I think he would have taken him in personally. Now, because General Skywalker would have taken him in personally, I also think that he would have taken him on his own cruiser and not let anyone else talk to him, because let's be honest, he was talking kind of crazy, but I also think General Skywalker would get his most trusted medical officers on board, especially since everything that had just gone down with the Kaminoans and the other medical droids and things like that. I think Skywalker would have hunted it down. I think he also would have sent Ahsoka to Kamino to find out what Fives had been up to for the last couple of weeks. And from there, I think they would find that little medical droid, BD, I think, and have him maybe answer some questions. From there, I think between the medical droid's help and having Fives right there, the medical droid would then show them, these are the inhibitor chips, this is what we removed from Fives. Once Fives woke up and he was a little bit more calm and collected and was able to articulate better, I think General Skywalker would have believed him, plus the evidence from the medical droid. I think General Skywalker would have kept it on the down low for a little bit as he got the 501st inhibitor chips removed. Now, after the inhibitor chips had been removed, especially from our boy Rex, I think that they would have had the rest of the 501st cleaned up so that way none of them had inhibitor chips while they discovered what was really going on. From there, I think they would then approach the Jedi Council at that point. I'm not 100% sure. It just kind of depends on General Skywalker. I think he would because it's a plot to kill the Jedi. So I think he would because, honestly, at this point, the Council had kind of lied to him and screwed him over a couple times with faking Obi-Wan's death and things, but it hadn't gotten too bad just yet. I think from there, the Jedi Council would then find out, do a little bit more digging, find out who Darth Tyrannus was, who actually put in the clone orders. They'd investigate Sifo Dyas earlier and find out what was going on there, and it would all start to lead back to Sidious. Now, I think the nightmares that Sidious was planting in Anakin's head would continue at this point, and then Anakin would probably open up to Chancellor Palpatine, not knowing he's Sidious at this point, a little bit earlier and just say, hey, we found this plot, and then at that point, I think Sidious would basically start Order 66 because he would know he's got no other choice at this point. Maybe Anakin wouldn't even tell him. It just kind of depends on how much Anakin trusts him and how much he doesn't. Because, let's be honest, the Council doesn't trust him, and the Council would probably say, hey, mention this to nobody, and let's get all the clones cleaned up. I also think that the Council would slowly start having vaccinations go out for the clones to get their inhibitor chips removed and set up several different camps out in the battlefield just to do this discreetly. After all, at this point, the Jedi would know. Fives would have... Oh, duh, I am so silly. Fives would have told them it was Chancellor Palpatine because Chancellor Palpatine already told him. Nah, fam. They would have been up his butt. Like and comment for part 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. Bro. Yeah, I think Skywalker would figure it out. Like and comment for part 2 and subscribe for more. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch that could have happened.